Welcome to the Morning Wood. I'm your host, John Heisop, joined as always by my friend, the great Matt Modi. Everybody knows that the best time to lay the wood to the books is in the morning, and that's what we do every single morning on this channel. For that reason, do yourself a favor, get subscribed, get the notifications on. Don't miss another one of these shows for as long as you live. While you're doing all that, I'm going to talk about what we did yesterday. Matt, you want to help me out with that? I'm going to let you go first since you did have the one red one.
Yeah, that one wasn't my fault. I had 12 plus rebounds. He had 11. And I'm pretty sure at least 3 times in the last 2 minutes of the game, he had a rebound bounce off his hands. Like probably 6 times he was fumbling around with it, couldn't catch it. One of those just should have been counted for a rebound just because, like just to be nice.
It should have been half
that one's
rebound.
Not. Yeah, exactly. It's like you get half sacks in football. He gets half rebound for both of those. That equals 1.
Austin Props actually posted a video of one of them. So go check that out later on Twitter. I don't know how he didn't secure that and dunk it. It looked like it was an offensive rebound. I just watched the video again, but yeah, it definitely should have been a rebound.
Yeah, so that happened. The other 2 were winners. One of them was plus 200. So that it completely evens out the loss and then adds a unit on top of that. And then the other one was still plus money. So as a team, we did really well yesterday for the 3rd day in a row as a team.
Yeah, Brook Lopez over 1.5 threes. I'm kind of kicking myself. I should have had 3 plus threes or maybe even 4 plus threes because he had like 35 plus threes. I mean, he was making it rain out there. And then Bub Carrington, he did what I love like guys to do. We had over 4.5 assists, and I don't think he had one in the first quarter, like his first shift. So you're starting to get the mean tweets, calling Bub names, calling me an idiot, calling all this, and then he cashes. And I'm just like, suck it, haters. It's a 4-quarter game, guys. It's 5 assists. Just relax. Enjoy the show. This is the only form of entertainment where you're not really sure what's going to happen. So don't act like you do know what's going to happen, after you make the bet. So you make the bet on about one thing, and then within 8 minutes, you're saying, I should have bet something else. Like, don't do that. Stick with your bet. Let it play itself out because it is so fun when these guys cash, like with a couple minutes left. There's no better feeling than that.
Yeah, Damian Lillard had 0 points in the first quarter. He ended the game with 26.
Yeah, just let it ride, man. Just sit there and just watch. That's the most fun part about this stuff. I'm going to let you go first, though, Matt. I think we should just get on to tonight. These people have to go to work. They're probably at work watching right now. Shout out to you guys. That's awesome. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, you're only as good as your most recent banger. So honestly, what happened yesterday doesn't matter. I think I have the 3 best bets that in the world today. I love the card that I have. The number 1, we're going to go Walker Kessler 12 plus rebounds. This is plus 100. Basically, every book. It was DraftKings, FanDuel, even the lame ones like MGM and ESPN Bet had plus 100. So you can find plus 100 out there. He just had 16 rebounds against the Heat last game. And the Heat generally are a good matchup to target for center rebound props. It's because the center guards Bam's not really going to stretch out the center, so they're mostly under the basket. They've given up the 7th most rebounds per game to centers, and 7 of 11, which is a cool stat, of guys with a similar profile to Kessler have hit their over, and 10 of the last 15 just centers in general. So like the 11 that were actually similar to Kessler, just the last 15 in centers in general, 10 of 15 have cashed. Walker Kessler just played these guys like 5 days ago. He had 16 rebounds. He had, I think, 24. I forgot to write it down, like 24 rebound chances. Could be even more. We just need him to get to 12 tonight, which he's done in 6 of his last 10 games. This one I loved.
I'm going to go with one I love. This one's on a guy called Quentin Grimes. 20-plus points, plus 300 at ESPN. This might be the bet that gets us all into the Gambling Hall of Fame. We're talking first ballot here, okay? None of that wait 5 years stuff and then get in our last try, okay? We're no doubters, and it'll be because of our balls of steel. A lot of people are going to go with the safe move and take 15-plus points at minus 120. That's fine, but that's not getting you into the Gambling Hall of Fame, okay? It's damn sure not getting you any jet skis, and it's sure as hell ain't going to get you a monkey, all right? What the inferior bettors are forgetting is the fact that this guy is on a home heater. Since Luka and Kyrie went out, Grimes has played 2 games at home, Matt. He went 20-plus in both of those games. He loves the people of Dallas, and he loves putting on a show. I think he plays 30-plus minutes tonight, and when that happens, he's going 20-plus. Feels right.
I like it. You had me at the home king. All right, I'm going to go with another one that I think you might call me a lame-o for not pumping it up, but I went Amen Thompson over 17.5 points, plus 105 odds at ESPN Bet. You could go 20 plus for plus 185. I get it. Amen Thompson's not really a 20 plus guy, so that's why I decided to stick with the over 17.5. Although I will say the reason why this is a play is because no Jabari Smith Jr. It's only been 2 games, so it's a tiny sample size. He's scored over 17.5 points in both those games. He actually did score 20 in both of those games as well. So that is a point in your favor. But the reason why I like this play in general, so the minutes he's been playing is insane. He played 40 plus minutes in both of those games, and one of them was against the Wizards. Like if you're playing 40 plus minutes against the Wizards, that's basically like playing 48 against a normal team. And if we just look at the games in which he's played at least 31 minutes, which like if he doesn't play 31, it's because he got hurt, and we can't help that. He scored over 17.5 in 9 of 13 games. If we look at games in which he's played 35 or more minutes, which I think even that I think is safe, he's scored 18 or more points in 7 of 8 games. And he did score 20 plus in 4 of those 8 as well. So it's like still a decent hit rate for 20 plus. I'd be shocked if he played anything less than 35 in this one, unless something crazy happens, which could always happen. But it's a good matchup against the Grizzlies. Grizzlies allow the 4th most points per game via transition, the 3rd most points per game off of free throws. That accounts for number 1 and 2 in terms of the play types for Amen Thompson and where his points come from. And the Grizzlies also play at the fastest pace in the NBA. So it makes sense why they give up so many transition points, because they're just constantly running back and forth. That helps a young guy like Amen Thompson who can run, who can dunk. So yeah, Amen Thompson over 17.5 points plus 105.
I like it. I'm going to go back to my friend Bradley Beal, 4+ assists, even money at ESPN. This could easily be the play of the year, possibly the play of the century. I'll have to go back and check all the records, but I'm pretty sure there's never been a better bet in the history of bets. For starters, this guy is being priced like he's in his old role. He's not in his old role anymore. He's in his new role now, okay? That's just how old and new works. In his new role, off the bench, Beal is averaging 8.5 potential assists per game. The man is slinging rocks out there, and it's like no one's noticing. It's a dealer's dream. Tonight, he's going to see the Atlanta Hawks, who definitely qualify as an assist team, okay? We just saw Isaiah Collier go 9 dimes on these guys, and he barely played 26 minutes. The game before that, Kevin Porter Jr. hit him with 7 helpers, and he only played like 18 minutes off the bench. Beal is getting 30-plus minutes off the bench, and we only need 4 here. This feels too easy.
Yeah, I love that one. I actually, I have 4 plays that I was debating between. The 4th one was Bradley Beal points plus assists. So I have all the notes that you do for his assists. I think that's awesome. My last play, I'm just going to basically rerun what we did last night and take Malik Beasley 20-plus points, plus 165 odds at FanDuel. Jaden Ivey's still not playing, and the books still haven't really adjusted yet. He's scored 20 or more points in 5 of 7 games without Jaden Ivey. More importantly, he's played 30 minutes in 6 of 7. The one game he didn't play 30 minutes, guess how many he played?
How many?
29. So right basically that's 30 minutes.
I would have rounded up.
Yeah, exactly. You round that up. He's taken at least 15 shot attempts in 6 of those 7 games as well. The only game he didn't, he shot 1 of 10. That's not his fault. Sometimes when you go 1 of 10, you just give the guy a little bit of a break. But if we look at games in which he's played between 30 and 40 minutes, so I'm capping off both of like the outlier where he played like 44 minutes in one game, also capping or taking out anything below 30 because he's going to play between that number. He scored 20 points in 11 of 16 games. We also look at games in which he's played. That was 8 of 12 games. That was 8 of 12. And then we also look at games where he's taken between 15 and 20 field goal attempts, which he's done 6 of 7 games without Ivy. He scored 20 points in 11 of those 16 games. Again, we're taking out outlier. Like we took out a game where he attempted 26 because that's probably not going to happen. Just 15 to 20, 30 to 40 minutes. And this is a good matchup against the Warriors. The Warriors allow the 2nd most points per game to spot up shooters. They allow the 3rd highest frequency of shots against them are catch and shoot. Obviously, those 2 numbers are incredibly correlated because spot up is mostly catch and shoot. Yeah. Beasley, the majority of his points come via spot up. He has the most spot up points on the Pistons, the 8th most in the entire NBA. And then he also scores the 2nd most points off of catch and shoot shot attempts as well. So the haters are going to say that Malik Beasley is in every other guy. I'm going to tell the haters that there was a stretch this year where he hit 20 points in 6 straight games, and multiple times has he done it in back-to-back games. And honestly, this is a back-to-back for the Pistons. So I'm counting this as part of last night where he's like still in the middle of a heater. You know what I mean? Like, this is all just one game within 24 hours.
He just took a nap.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I like it. I think that's going to do it for now. That's 5 bangers again that we just went through in a matter of a couple minutes. I mean, hats off to us. Like, we don't play around. That's awesome. You can get back to work if you're watching. You can also, if you want, you go over to Twitter right now. Go to @JediModi. Find him on Twitter and follow him there.
Yep.
Okay. You can also go on YouTube here, search @JediModi or just Jedi Modi. You don't have to put the button in there. But yeah, you'll find him there too. I'm Slop Rules. It's my channel. Hit subscribe. Get the notifications on. We're going to go live today at 4 p.m. We're going to use the tools at OddsJam to find even more bangers. And we're going to make this day probably the greatest day of our lives. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.